People ask me all the time what's been my biggest emotional challenge since getting divorced. And I have to say that it's come to the realization of how replaceable I was in my marriage. And what I've seen and learned through watching this happen was that I wasn't special. That it didn't matter if it was me or just someone else.
So it says she left her 35-year marriage, right? But why do you feel like you were so replaceable when you obviously felt like the you was with was replaceable? And to be fair, he was probably a no game having. Okay, we'll just say that. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that. But how are you gonna leave and then be upset when it moves the fuck on? I just don't understand that. Triple TG gang. We back in this thing. You already know what it is if you do not know who I am. My name is Diamond. I run this channel called True to the Game. I'm sorry, I don't know why I just thought about Michael Jackson looking at her right now. But anyway, man, you already know why you came today, man. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, it says she left her 35-year marriage but was shocked when he replaced her. Alright, so we're gonna see what this lady is talking about in this video right here. If you have not already, go cop your merch, man. True to the Game merch is out. True to the Game is on the front, Stop Simping is on the back. And also, if you want my help directly so we can get your situation in order, I know you got that bitch that you want to talk to, you too fucking scared, call me now for your free reading. No, I'm just playing. Hit the link in my description down below to book a call with me so I can get you right, man. Any specific advice that you need, go ahead and hit that link and we can get you right. Alright, if you are a pimp and not a simp, like this video, comment your thoughts down below, hit the subscribe button, select all notifications so you do not miss an upload where I'm getting you closer to being a pimp, less of a simp. Let's get into it.
People ask me all the time what's been my biggest emotional challenge since getting divorced. And I have to say that it's come to the realization of how replaceable I was in my marriage. And what I've seen and learned through watching this happen was that I wasn't special. That it didn't matter if it was me or just someone else who...
I don't want this crap. You might as well give it to somebody else.
So it says she left her 35-year marriage, right? But why do you feel like you were so replaceable when you obviously felt like the nigga you was with was replaceable? And to be fair, he was probably a no game having ass nigga. Okay, we'll just say that. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that. But how are you gonna leave a nigga and then be upset when a nigga moves the fuck on? I just don't understand that. I don't get that. And it's so funny. It's a lot of these women who be leaving these guys but then be upset when the guy moves on or want to come back in the guy's life whenever the nigga's like entertaining other options, you know, and shit like that. It's just like, come on, bro.
Women do initiate far more divorces than men. I wonder why that is.
Thinking that you are irreplaceable is a delusion on another level. This is the case of a woman
Too many women been listening to the "You must not know about me, you must not know about me, I have another you." They've been listening to too much Beyonce, bro.
Was shocked after realizing her ex was able to replace her easily. She initially thought he would struggle and potentially beg to have her back, but as he got another woman, she couldn't believe it.
And shout out to him, man. I know you had no game, but at the end of the day, you moved on, brother. And that is what is really important. If a woman doesn't want to be with you, bruh, don't try to force her to stay. Don't try to beg her to stay. Don't try to give her 50 million reasons why she should stay. Don't try to, none of that, right? If a woman is making a decision in her mind to leave, she's already been thinking about this. Probably for months, maybe even years now. Let the woman go, man. Why would you want to hold a bitch hostage and not allow her to do what she wants to do? Because at the end of the day, even if she does stay with you because you beg her or you make her feel bad, guilt trip or whatever, right? You're still not going to be having your way with her. And then you also have to look in the mirror and say, why don't I love myself? Why don't I love myself? Why do I feel like I need a bitch to love me? Or why do I feel like I need a bitch anyway? Because she probably don't love your ass for real, right? Why do I feel like I need her so bad? And 9 times out of 10, you're going to see that it's because you need yourself. And you need to feel needed by yourself more than you need to feel needed by anyone, right? You have to resolve whatever it is, whatever beliefs about yourself, whatever traumas that you may have. You must let those things go, or you must heal those aspects of yourself before you are able to actually have any type of, I don't even want to say success, because women are just women, right? They're going to be a part of your life. That's it. If you like women, they're going to be a part of your life. And I would assume you do if you're watching this channel. If you want to have positive experiences with women, that's a better way to say it, right? You got to have positive experiences with yourself first. If you want to be respected by a woman, if you want the woman to see the value in you, you have to first respect yourself and see the value in yourself. That's just what it is. All right?
She always thought he couldn't do better, and that's why she is so shocked.
And you can't blame the woman for feeling that way. And the reason being is the whole relationship, or the whole marriage in her case, he probably was a simp ass, lame ass, corny ass dude, which is the reason why she left his ass. Okay? And now she's like, oh, well, you're moving on. I don't understand this, or whatever the case is. She still feels like she's had some type of control and power over you. The nerve of these bitches, right? The cockiness of these bitches. And the reason why is because she was dealing with a lame ass nigga who she felt she could have this cocky attitude with. So I still blame him for being a weak ass nigga to why she's acting like this. She thought, oh, never in a million years this weak ass nigga would ever leave me or replace me or ever get it with anybody. He's still gonna be stuck on me years down the road. He's gonna try to beg me back later. That's because you were a weak ass nigga with her, right? Kudos to you for moving on. But you could just tell that's like a slap in your face. She thought so small of you, so little of you. The nerve of you to just try to just move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy.
People ask me all the time what's been my biggest emotional challenge since getting divorced. And I have to say that it's come to the realization of how replaceable I was in my marriage. You know, a big part of why I left and became unhappy in my marriage is because I did not feel seen, heard, celebrated, and valued for who I was and what I brought to that relationship. And it became very apparent in my divorce that that was true. When I left my ex-husband...
I will say this, though. A nigga with... That's how I know he doesn't have game. Because niggas with game... The woman just feels seen. Okay? What she just said there, I didn't feel seen, appreciated, or valued. A nigga with game checks off all those boxes. Check, 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 check. You know why? Because that man values himself, appreciates himself, knows himself, loves himself, right? Sees himself. Therefore, everything that the woman gets is just a byproduct of who he is and how he feels about himself, how he perceives himself. If he truly loves himself, appreciates himself, and all of these things, can make himself feel good, is the source of his own happiness, that's going to spill over and be a benefit to everyone who is able to experience who he is and be in his reality, share his frequency, and all of these things, right? The woman is going to benefit from that just by being around the nigga, just by being in his presence. And that's why it's so important to have game. That's why women value guys with game, right? Because just being in that man's presence, a man who is solid in who he is, knows who he is, loves himself, and is able to express himself in a smooth way to a woman, right? To make her feel a way that she can't make herself feel, and that the average G.I. Joe ass nigga cannot make her feel. She was fucking with an average G.I. Joe ass nigga. She wasn't feeling seen. She wasn't feeling appreciated, loved, valued, none of these things. And all of these things, a nigga with game will make her feel, because that's how he feels about himself. You have to understand. All these red pill people that try to tell you, oh, tear the woman down. Oh, talk shit to her. Make her feel insecure. bash her off the pedestal. You gotta take her off the pedestal. No, nigga. When you are a nigga with game, you value, love yourself, appreciate yourself, respect yourself, you see yourself, you know yourself, you are able to elevate the woman. Not bash her down. You bring her up. Right? You help her vibrate higher. You increase her frequency. Man, come on.
Because I did not feel seen, heard, and celebrated. And valued for
The average nigga, the average dating channel that you see, Red Pill, and that type of content, you will never see them speak about what I'm speaking about.
who I was and what I brought to that relationship. And it became very apparent in my divorce that that was true. When I left my ex-husband, he was apparently devastated. I ruined his life. But within 2 months, he was already in another long-term relationship. Then
But guess what? He gonna get done dirty by that bitch. Cause that man don't love himself. That's why he was so quick to move the fuck on to the next bitch. Not saying that you can't move on to the next bitch quickly. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is he's not coming from a place where he feels like he is of value. Not high value, not low value, but of value, right? Therefore, he's got to seek validation somewhere else. He's got to get some type of validation from somewhere else because he's not his own source of validation. When you have game, and when a woman is fucking with a nigga with game, she knows that he doesn't need her value. I mean, he doesn't need her validation. He validates himself. She looks to him to validate her. All these red pill guys tell you not to validate women. That's important, and that's one of the most important things that you could do in the game is to validate a woman. But I would prohibit you from validating a woman if you don't already validate yourself, and if you are seeking validation from that woman, then it's fucked. All right? Because if you're just validating a woman for her to validate you in return, and you need that validation from a woman because you can't validate yourself, it's already null and void. I don't need a bitch to validate me. I know who I am. She's gonna validate me anyway because she fuck with me. I don't give a fuck about that though, right? I am my own source of validation, right? Why wouldn't I share that with you? This is the type of shit that make a bitch fall in love. This is the type when you have, I don't even know how to like break it down so you guys can understand like the importance of having game. When you have it, bruh, these women will stay connected to you for life. These women will never forget about you. These women will always have your back. These women will always be down for you, man. It's just different. It's totally different, man.
overlapped with the second relationship, which has now lasted 2 years. And what I've seen and learned through watching this happen was that I wasn't special. That it didn't matter if it was me or...
Let me just say this. Now, she's in her emotions and shit, whatever the case is. But I just want to say this. Look. One great thing that a woman really loves about a nigga with game is that a man can make her feel special. If you don't have game, you're not going to know how to make her feel special. I'm not talking about corny ass shit. Oh, baby, I done bought you some flowers. Oh, baby, I done took you on a trip to Dubai. No, I'm talking about you know how to make her feel special with just this. Just the mouthpiece. Right? You know how to make that woman feel special. And that's the average G.I. Joe ass nigga's not gonna know how to do that. They not. They just not.
Just someone else who was filling the role that he needed to be filled in his life.
Y'all heard what she said? Let's go back one more time.
I wasn't special. That it didn't matter if it was me or just someone else who was filling the role that he needed to be filled in his life.
Now, what she just said right there was very important. This is how I interpret this shit, right? She knows. She's saying that she feels like he just wanted a woman to fill a void that he had in himself. Which is why I say, even though he's in a 2-year relationship now, he's still leaning on a woman for validation and emotional support. And that's what a lot of men and women do. They move from relationship to relationship to relationship, trying to fill a void, when the only person that can really fill that void is yourself. That love that you have for yourself, that respect that you have for yourself, the value and knowing your worth for yourself. If that doesn't come from within you, and you're seeking that outside of you, you're seeking that in a woman, bro, you're going to be fucked every time. And that's why she feels how she feels. Like, oh, he just moved on to the next woman so easily. Yes, because he's not really looking to be a benefit to the woman, because he doesn't even know how to be a benefit to himself. He doesn't love himself or any of these things. So he's basically using the woman as an emotional crutch to make it through this tough life that he has, right? He just wants a woman to love him because he doesn't love him.
As long as someone was going to come and slide right into my position and keep everything in his life exactly the same, it didn't matter who it was. It didn't matter if it was me or someone else. He needed that role to be filled, and that's all that mattered.
That's true. He needed that role to be filled because he doesn't know how to fill it himself. When you learn game, you know how to fill that void. You know how to fill, you know how to fill that spot by yourself. You're not relying on anybody else to fill that spot for you. Therefore, you're miles and eons ahead of everybody else who is trying to do the same thing. Fill that void with somebody instead of filling it with who you are and loving yourself.
And so part of me feels validated because I knew I wasn't celebrated and cherished for who I was.
And I'm going to just say this. I've been this nigga before. I've been this weak ass nigga with no game. Making a woman feel insecure purposely, right? Because I was insecure. Making her feel just not special on purpose, like, you know, oh, I'm not a simp, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And that's just the corniest shit ever, bro. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm exposing myself. I've been exactly in this guy's shoes. The dude that she's talking about. I've been this guy. I have. Right? I've been a corny ass nigga who just didn't understand. I didn't understand myself. I didn't love myself. I didn't respect myself. I felt bad about myself, so I wanted the woman to feel bad too. I wanted to tear her down too. Right? Because I didn't feel good about myself.
I can see that now because all of those years that I committed to the marriage were turned off in a dime because I didn't follow the role he wanted me to.
Love how she's lecturing us from the big...
Is that it? She's still going. She's still going.
Feel like they don't have to do much.
Oh.
Like an upgrade.
Is that it? Okay, that's it. Hey, man, shout out to the dude who made this video, man. Shout out to you. I'll leave the link in my description down below if y'all want to see the full video. Look, like I said, I'm not judging you guys, and whenever I get on coaching calls with you guys, you already know I tell y'all that one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this channel and one of the main reasons why I love to help you guys out is because I was in your shoes at some point. Maybe not specifically. Some of y'all got some wild shit, right? But I've been in your shoes, and a lot of the people that I react to, these simps and all of these things, bruh, I've been in their shoes before. So that's why I think that it's very important for me to speak on these things, because I can speak from both sides of it. I've been the simp ass nigga with no game, you know, and feeling bad about myself, so I try to make the woman feel bad and all of these things, right? I've been on that side to learning game and understanding myself, loving myself, and totally transforming my interactions with women and experiences with women. They're all beautiful now. Like, I just, man, like, I could cry right now. But anyway, you know, like, it's night and day. And if I could do it, you could do it. And if you need help doing it, click the link in my description down below, man. Book a call with me. We can go over your specific situation. We can break it down, see exactly what's going on, and get you pointed in the right direction. All right, so hit the link in my description down below. Also, go cop your merch, man. True to the Game merch is out. True to the Game is on the front, Stop Simping is on the back. And if you are pimping out a simp, like this video, comment your thoughts down below. Hit the subscribe button, select all notifications so you do not miss an upload. I'm getting you closer to being a pimp, less of a simp. I will see you in the next one, and last but not least, I'm out this thing. Stay true to the game.